In this video, I'll show you 7 things to do constantly to save money on a tight budget and live a frugal lifestyle. I have been doing these 7 things every single day since I started paying attention to my budget. They do work extremely well, especially when you live on a low budget. Habits are built up over time, so the more you practice a certain habit, the more you'll reap the rewards, and the easier it'll be to continue. In this case, these 7 things, especially done after some time, will have a huge impact on how much you save and allow you to truly call yourself a person who lives frugally. Number 1, reuse and repurpose. Reusing and repurposing has really helped me stay on a tight budget and live more frugally. For starters, it forces you to try and make the most out of every item. In fact, it can start becoming really fun and turn into a game of sorts. For example, if I get a bag of sesame seeds that comes in a Ziploc bag, I think to myself, in what way can I reuse or repurpose this item? Another instance is that I don't like to use plastic wrap because it's wasteful. Instead, a trick I used when I was baking bread a lot is to use any old grocery bags I had to cover the bowl while the bread was proofing. With a little creativity and thought, you can pretty much reuse and repurpose everything you have in a unique way to really make the most of your purchases. Always ask yourself if an item you're going to throw away has really been used entirely. Number 2, control your money. This is something that should be done every day, even though it may be a massive hassle for some. Bonus tip: the best way to build up a habit is to attach it with something that you've already turned into a habit. For example, if you drink coffee or eat at a specific time, then pair it up with that to make it more consistent. The thing about account balances is that they give you a clear and totally unbiased view on how you're spending. When you go over your checking or credit account balances, you'll see the purchases you made on Amazon, how much they cost, and at what date you made them. You'll see how many times you've went out to eat this week and how much each of those cost to an exact amount. What account balances do is they hold you accountable for your purchases. They also help you spot any purchases that you may not have made so you can deal with them quickly. Some people like to use a cash system for their budgets, and if it works for you, then good. However, for some, the risk of losing physical cash can really set you back and cause some serious problems, so always be mindful of this. Number 3, drink water only. This is something that I grew up doing, but didn't realize the positive effect until I got older. Obviously, the health benefits of water are clear in most people's mind, but the amount you can save by just drinking water is absolutely stunning. When I started living on my own, I had cravings to drink pops, Gatorade, and juices. I felt like I deserved to have it now that I could take care of myself, but I quickly realized how much it was impacting my budget. It turned me back to my old ways of just drinking water. An issue that some people have with water is that they don't enjoy the bland flavor. Some quick fixes can be to get flavoring agents like powders or syrups that can flavor your water, which are always much cheaper compared to buying actual juice. However, the benefits of water for both your health and your budget are incomparable, so a little bit of discipline and developing an acquired taste for water goes a long way. Make your own coffee. The most common benefits of making coffee at home that you've likely already heard is that it helps save money. Fortunately, this isn't the only benefit, albeit it's a huge benefit, which I'll dig into shortly. Another major benefit of making coffee at home is that it saves you a ton of time. If you've gone to any drive-through coffee shop during rush hour in the morning, there's no doubt that you'll be waiting at least 10 minutes, if not more. With that in mind, you'll have to carve out a range of time in the morning so you're not late for work. This is just a huge hassle that you can totally avoid. Another issue is that you may be tempted to buy something other than a coffee. For instance, you may want to get a snack while you're at Starbucks because you realize you're hungry. Not only is your coffee already incredibly expensive, but you've just increased your bill by buying some food. Now, you already know that making your own coffee is cheaper at home, but how much cheaper exactly? If we look at Dunkin' Donuts, the current price of coffee according to their website is $2.09 for a large coffee. So if you drink one coffee a day for 30 days, that's $62.70. If you buy the same coffee but ground at Walmart, you'll pay $18.97 for a canister that can make up to 60 servings. If you were to brew one coffee per day, then after 30 days you'll only spend $9.49. That's a savings amount of 560%. So yes, making your own coffee is worth it. This is a really amazing way to save money, and if you want to learn more tips like this every day, then subscribe to Investors Weekly. Make sure to ring the notification bell so you're always up to date with our latest videos. Number 5, make dinners at home. If you feel the task of cooking is daunting, then just remember that even the world's greatest chefs had to learn how to cut an onion properly, or how to even hold a knife. We all have to start somewhere. Anyway, there's no question about it that making your own food at home is monumentally cheaper than getting takeout, as we mentioned previously. A few decades ago, it may have been really difficult to learn to cook, but there are tons of recipes on the internet now, and even on YouTube, where you can learn how to cook some really amazing food. A great challenge is to find a meal that you really like and learn to replicate it at home instead of ordering takeout. Something that ended up happening to my partner and I is that we don't eat out anymore because we're always disappointed with the food. We ended up cooking so many of our own meals and got so good at making food that we just make what we would order at home. This is not only an amazing feeling to see a skill so developed, but it helps us save tons of money. Number 6, bring food from home. There's no real way around this anymore. Making your own food at home and bringing it to work to eat will hands down help you stay on a tight budget and live frugally. Firstly, according to a study done by Forbes, getting delivery on average is 5 times more expensive than making food at home. The average American household spends around $3,000 per year dining out, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. If you replaced all those meals with ones you made at home, then you could cut the number down by 5 times or only spend $600. $2,400 of savings every year isn't too bad, is it? An important thing to remember is that you should be bringing all your meals when you're at work and not just lunch. Make sure you have breakfast, lunch, and snacks available in case you get hungry. Otherwise, the vending machine or the local bakery may be tempting. Number 7, meal planning. Meal planning is a great daily habit for frugal living because it allows you to make the most of your food budget and reduce waste. By planning out your meals in advance, you can make sure you have all the ingredients on hand to make healthy and delicious meals at home, rather than relying on expensive takeout or eating out. Additionally, you can use ingredients more efficiently, such as by using leftovers from one meal in the next, which helps to reduce food waste. Overall, meal planning is a simple yet effective way to save money and improve your overall health and well-being. Let us know in the comments below what's something that you constantly do to stay on a tight budget.